Welcome to this lesson, and I'm going to show you how to divide a whole number by a fraction. So first one I'm going to do is 4 divided by 1/2, and you can read this as how many halves in 4. And the answer to that, well, one way of doing it is to draw 4 oranges and split them in half, all of them into 2 halves. And then how many halves are there in 4 oranges? Well, if you count them, you'll see that there's 8. And the steps for doing this are this. So whenever you're doing multiplying or dividing by fractions, you really need to make sure both numbers are fractions. So for the easiest way to turn that into a fraction is just put it over a certain number so that when you read it as 4 divided by that number, it is still equal to 4. And the only number that's going to be is the number 1. And you can also read 4 over 1 or 4 divided by 1 as how many 1s in 4. And the answer to that is 4. So any whole number is just itself over 1. And that's divided by 1/2. And then the rule when you're dividing fractions is to change the divide to times and turn this second fraction upside down, or in technical math terms, find the reciprocal of it, which is really just turning it upside down. So to find the reciprocal of a whole number, you have to really make it a fraction to start with, and the easiest way is, as I've mentioned, is to put that whole number over 1 like I put this 4 over 1. But we don't have to find the reciprocal of the 4, only the second fraction that's being divided. And once you've done that, all you have to do is multiply the top numbers together. So 4 times 2 is 8. On the bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. And then reading this as how many 1s in 8, the answer is 8. And that's the same answer that I got before when I said how many halves are there in 4 oranges, and there are 8. So that's how you divide a whole number by a fraction. Another example using, say, the number 6 and divide that by 2/3. And sometimes when you divide fractions, it's not obvious why the answer is the answer. It's fairly clear from what I've done here that the answer is definitely 8, and also because I drew this diagram here, that makes it a bit clearer. But sometimes, as I just said a second ago, the answer is not actually obvious. So the trick is to learn the steps and remember them. So once again, 6, put that over 1, change this divide to times and turn this fraction upside down, so 6 times 3 over 2. And then here 6 times 3 on the top is 18. On the bottom, 1 times 2 is 2. And then how many 2's in 18? And the answer is 9. So the answer to that question is 9. So there you have it. That's how you divide a whole number by a fraction. And if you want more videos like this one, just head off to our website. The link's just below the video, and I'll see you in the next lesson.